If you've been on the internet for any length of time, the term lolcow might have crossed your radar. And if you're not a terminally online NEET, like some of the people on the internet, then you have no idea what that means. Luckily for you, in today's episode of One for the Normies, we'll be going over just that. As a short little introduction, my name's FM. I talk about weird things on the internet. That's my whole thing. So yeah. Lolcow is a person whose eccentric or foolish behavior can be exploited to amuse onlookers. Similar to the phrase cash cow, the word lolcow is a portmanteau of the acronym LOL, meaning to laugh, and cow, but it doesn't take a scientist to figure something like that out. Lolcows are essentially modern-day circus freaks and village idiots. They are the lowest of the low. Someone whose society usually looks down upon for laughs, as they're either so pathetic or so gullible. The thing with lolcows is that they're not limited to some dark corner of the internet. They're from every facet of life. If we go to a more mainstream example of what a lolcow is, the first people that come to my mind are the Slayton sisters, the stars of 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Do you drink water during the day? No water at all? Okay. All right. And then what are you drinking during the day?
Sodies.
Sodies.
Sody pops.
Okay. And how much do you think you drink a day?
8 to 12 a day.
These people are unique and they're eccentric. Because of these two qualities, their lives are shown off by TLC as if they were a part of a circus act, which they essentially are, as their everyday life, struggles, and arguments are shown off to viewers as entertainment.
Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it is. There's stuff you can do. You want to be a big baby about everything. I ain't baby. You're the damn baby. Grow the up. You first. Bitch, I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
Like a car going off the side of a cliff, there's a certain quality to them and other lolcows that makes it hard to look away. From what I've been able to gather, is that this term really originated from a Wikipedia article on the site Encyclopedia Dramatica around the year 2007. You can still visit this Wikipedia page today and see the schizophrenic ramblings of whoever wrote the article, and more excitingly, see a list of various lolcows the page has documented over the years. Some of these lolcows are somewhat well-known people by now, with the most popular being Christian, who historically had beef with the entire website for having an article dedicated entirely to him. It's also worth noting that Christian is also one of the first people on the internet to really be known as a lolcow. While there were people on the internet before him who were also exploited for laughters, Christian was really the first one to be known under the term. Besides Christian, there are tons more lesser lolcows waiting on there to be discovered by someone. It's definitely something you'd want to check out if you were interested in this stuff and internet history as a whole, but I would warn you. Encyclopedia Dramatica is unfiltered, and a lot of the things on there are obscene, offensive, and just otherwise NSFW. So if you're sensitive to those topics, I would recommend just not visiting that page and just watching other people talk about it on YouTube, like yours truly. While most people will simply see a weird, eccentric person and go to calling them a lolcow, there are actually quite a few classifications and types of lolcows that are dependent on their career, how they act, and their deviancies. As I go over these, keep in mind that these are pretty rough classifications, as most tend to overlap with each other in some way or another. Also, as a disclaimer, there's like one or two on here which are essentially lolcow plus their hobby. You'll understand when we get to it, but that kind of made researching this a bit hard, trying to figure out, like, what's the point of these guys, you know? Starting off with one of the more popular classifications would be the horrorcow. The key difference between your average lolcow and a horror cow is the fact that horror cows are some of the most creepy and terrible people you'll ever see. They're mostly characterized by their horrid behavior towards other people and their disgusting sexual deviancies. Many now famous lolcows are classified as a horror cow. Example of these include Nick Bates, an infamous coprophiliac and child molester. Don't search up either of those. Don't research either of those.
Hey, okay. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. Hey, this is Nick Bate, and I'm going to give you a video tour of my room, and trying to speed through this really quickly. This is my computer desk. I put my laptop on it and laptop accessories. There's my dresser. Some clothes go in it sometimes. There's my bed. There's a pillow that I hug when I'm sleeping. There's my nightstand where I put things that I want to have access to while I'm in bed, such as my TV remote, cell phone, iHome remote, and drinks. And here's some panties. There's the wall of Anna. Sometimes I put other things on it. Here's a bathroom. There's a toilet. There's a plunger that I use as a butt plug. Here's some baby oil that I use as a lube for jacking off with, or for putting things in my butt.
Chance Wilkins, who is just plain scary to look at, and is also a pedophile who raped a blind kid in high school.
I know he ain't serious. What is...
Deleted the channel.
Yeah.
So, oh, there he is.
Marty, do you want me to end my life?
No.
Do you want me to end my life?
Sorry, X, I'm gonna have to call a well-being check-in now. I don't want you to end your life. I don't want you to
quit.
Sorry, X, I want you
to.
Okay, it's a little dark now. I mean, I'm not sure really. I might have to take another shots for this. Sorry, I've put the knife down.
Quit it, Marty.
Baby.
Marty, why don't you shut up, boy?
Let's strike.
Shut up, you fucking Jewish little ass. Better yet, why don't I show you my goddamn dick and I shut you down, bitch?
Give me a warning, Sir X.
Come on, boy. Let me ask you this, Marty. Why is it that you can't back the fuck up and fight your own goddamn fights like a man? Why you gotta blackmail like a bitch?
Sir X,
why you gotta be a bitch? No, why you gotta be a bitch? Why you gotta be a bitch, Why you gotta be a bitch, nigger?
Randy Stair, who literally shot up a grocery store and killed several people.
Okay, so here's the deal. Got a 1983 quarter right here. You believe in fate? Here's the fate test. You realize, if I flip this next coin and it lands on tails, there's gonna be devastation and destruction. 1, 2, 3. I'll land behind the camera. Tails.
4 people are dead after a murder-suicide shooting in northeast Pennsylvania. This happened just before 1 this morning at a supermarket outside of Scranton. Police say 24-year-old Randy Stair fatally shot 3 co-workers before turning the gun on himself. The victims were between 26 and 63 years old. One eyewitness did manage to escape unharmed. No word yet on a motive.
And most notably now, Chris Chan, because he boinked his mother.
Incest fanfics have come true and shit.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I didn't even know there was incest fanfics. Were there about you and Barbara? I can't believe that. I didn't even think that. I knew that you guys had a good relationship, but I always thought, because I'm not huge on Christery and, you know, whatever, I just thought that the whole Sonetry franchise was very interesting, and that's how I got into you. when I was younger, right? But I didn't have any idea that Barbara was, that Barbara and you had that sort of relationship. I never got any of those vibes. But how did you approach her?
I approached her with care and caution.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a time approach. So I just gave her comfort and talked with her, and we just branched out slow and steady. And then I encouraged her positively, let her make the first move. And she wanted to do it. And
she did? Really? She made the first move?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, Barbara.
These are only a few examples of a horror cow, and the fact that these aren't the only ones is frightening to say the least. These lolcows are easily the easiest of the bunch to hate. There's never a single shred of redeemable qualities within any of them. Going on to a similar, sometimes overlapping category, we have the Schizocow. If you get the theme of what's going on here, you might be able to guess what it is, but a Schizocow is a lolcow who is characterized by their frequent, nonsensical posting with much of their content making little to no sense. Many, if not all, Schizocows suffer from a range of mental disorders, which cause their erratic behavior. Think No Bark Noonan from Fallout New Vegas, or Alex Jones, but actually crazy. Two of the most famous lolcows from this category are Terry Davis, the creator of Temple OS.
You know, they were making fun of my upper octave. Maybe I should just stay in one octave. No, I like upper. You know, basically this is kind of humiliating. What do? You just act like a monkey. I don't fucking plan the melody in my head. Are you kidding me? No, I just fucking hit keys and then repeat it, see if it sounds good. I sort of got a feel for planning the notes a little bit. Mostly it's being a monkey, you know. Just play a drum solo for 10 minutes, just trying to make it interesting.
And Daniel Larson, the guy on TikTok who was obsessed with Grace Vanderwall.
I love CP.
I need to find a fucking gun.
This message is to all the hackers. I declare fucking war. Let's fight. Meet me at Starbucks.
Both of these Schizocows have serious mental illnesses, with Terry being diagnosed with schizophrenia and Daniel Larson being diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and bipolar disorder. These lolcows are usually the most humorous due to their wacky beliefs and statements, but are also the most tragic, since it's clear they're not fully in control of themselves. Next up is something a little more mainstream. We have the Careercow. Careercows are characterized by their stubbornness and their determination to keep pursuing a career in which they utterly suck at. Maybe once in the past they were popular, but that's in the past. Nowadays they sit on their computer begging for money to keep playing video games on stream, trying to recapture the spark that first made them popular, but to no avail. The best examples of this I know are Darkside Phil.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm frustrated for two reasons. Reason number one, because the game does suck. I really did not like tonight's stream. And in addition to that, as you guys can see, I stayed extra late for you guys, and basically it amounted to nothing. No one's really supported, which pisses me off. It does. That I'm playing a game, obviously it's frustrating. A lot of people showed up to watch it because you saw how frustrating it was, and no one supported. Yeah, that does upset me. Okay? It would have been one thing if I'm staying late and people are laughing, having a good time, and a few people are at least supporting the stream, but no one did. And that really upsets me.
Wings of Redemption.
Okay. That's how the game works, buddy. That's the mechanic in the fucking game, you know? I'm just trolling you, chill. It's not
Hey, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
What? Who the fuck says that?
I say that because you're a fucking piece of shit.
And Boogie2988.
I'm a black person, Sproggle, I'm glad to hear you're still black. And thanks for 2 months of support, man. That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color, or is it not? I don't know. But I have a gun that's also a USB drive. So bring it. But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are fucking rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they fucking believe in. They may be pieces of garbage, they may be pieces of shit, they may harm other people, but at least they believe what they fucking stand for. You stand for nothing. You stand for nothing. Even a disgusting piece of shit rapist is better than you. Even a piece of shit racist garbage Nazi is better than you. You are the worst.
All three of these people have had some level of fame in the past that they've so far latched onto and managed to keep their dying career afloat for way longer than they should have. In the case of Wings and Darkside, both of these are infamous e-beggars due to their stubbornness to let something go and finally get a real job again. It's like walking down the street and seeing Steven Seagal begging for money. Sure, he was good and Under Siege, but the spark died out fast, and now he's just a washed-up nobody riding the coattails of his former fame. Here we are with the shorter list of classifications. We have the Artcow. These lolcows, as stated at the beginning, aren't much different from a regular old lolcow. The only big difference is their affinity for art, but that's not really the only requirement. Some of them will have a strange obsession with this really obscure character from a piece of media they read and dedicate their lives to it. Or they'll have some deranged fetish like gas, or just make absolutely mental political cartoons, like Ben Garrison, who often chills for InfoWars. These guys literally are just artists who are lolcows. So, in a way, Chris Chan could be an art cow. Another classification is the Cosplaycow. The title of this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a lolcow who's an avid cosplayer who is either hilariously bad at it, ugly, or just, a bad person. The biggest example of this category, I think, is Pixie Terry, a white girl who wanted to be Japanese so bad that she literally changed her name and tried telling everyone that her mom cheated on her dad with a Japanese man, even though there's no proof of that whatsoever. Somewhat off topic, but she even took a DNA test from Ancestry and proceeded to have a mental breakdown on social media about it, crying and cursing her parents because apparently she had 0 Asian ancestry. We won't know because the results weren't posted, but that's pretty much what you can get from it. Our last locale on this list is the Dramacow. Now, I couldn't find too much information on this, but this is what I could get from it. These people are essentially the most attention-hungry group on this list. While other lolcows find fame from other means or by complete accident, such as the case of Chris Chan, Dramacows yearn for it, and their way to get there is by causing chaos and drama within their community. The biggest example of this I know is Onision, who essentially built his career off of creating drama and saying incredibly controversial things to generate views and clicks on his channel. He got so bad that eventually the entire YouTube community effectively decided to exile this man to the outskirts of the internet, hopefully to never be seen again. He's also historically been one of the biggest creeps on the YouTube community, so it's not like he was just mean to people and they just kicked him out, While these categories might seem a bit distinct from each other, they are often not. As I stated at the start of this section, many of these categories overlap, and names end up meaning nothing, and that's okay. The biggest thing connecting them is that they're lolcows. They're eccentric, unique, stubborn, and possess a complete and total lack of self-awareness, and that's enough to get the public's eye on them. In conclusion, none of this really matters. In your day-to-day life, you will not need this information at all, like the Pythagorean theorem. However, if you're interested in the internet culture as a whole and the personalities within it, learning about lolcows is a great starting point to the rabbit hole, and if you're interested in going down any further, I'll be here to guide you there. Hope you all enjoy the video, and with that, I'm out.